It's games like this that helped Dovetail Games, based in Chatham's historic dockyard, win the title of Best Video Game Studio in the United Kingdom. The company's founder, Paul Jackson, has been making successful train driver simulations for 12 years, allowing people to enjoy a dream he shares.
You know, I wanted to be a train driver. I wanted to drive steam trains. I was born too late for the steam trains, and I'm colourblind, so that was never going to happen. But through our software, I can live out that dream. Simulation entertainment using video game technology has just become an incredibly important part of a lot of people's lives. It allows people to live out their dreams, I always think.
Mr. Jackson has designed games for trains and stations in Germany, the United States, France and across the UK. For Munich station, they ended up with 4,000 signals on the track. But the Southeastern simulation, from London St Pancras to Faversham, was equally challenging, with the blend of high speed and classic main line.
You have multiple power systems and two different types of signalling. So you've got the heritage line from Faversham through to Ebbsfleet, which is run using traditional signalling and traditional power sources and in a traditional way. And then at Ebbsfleet, you swap over to the overhead electric, you swap onto a completely different style of signalling, and you run at a much higher speed. Now, that's a fascinating challenge for our customers, and it's a fascinating challenge for us. We're not inventing things so much as trying to simulate the real world. And that is frankly much harder often than, you know, it's relatively, technologically speaking, it's relatively easy to make a monster because you don't know how monsters move. You don't know what monsters really look like. So you can bend everything to the technology. What we do has to simulate people can go out and kick. They can go out and physically see the things we make. So we have to really focus on making them as accurate as we possibly can. And that's both a skill and a joy.
The game is crafted, not violent. Players can choose whether to drive trains, ride around as a passenger, complete the route tasks, or simply pick a vantage point and watch the action.
I felt we could create an experience that would more fully engage with that concept of being a train driver, of really being able to give people that experience as best we could.
Before forming his high-tech creative video games company in Medway, Paul Jackson had worked all around the world for the leading games designer Electronic Arts. He says his newest train game is a special tribute to his hometown.
In many ways, Medway has been just a fantastic home for us over the last 13 years. And so we decided to try and, in an incredibly small way, pay respect to our hometown by immortalising it in video game technology.
The Dovetail team were forced by lockdown to develop the game working from home. Paul Jackson's proud of what they've achieved to do their part to entertain people with this escapism when they've been confined to their homes in such stressful times. Sandy Fleming for Rainham News.